into something special and rare. It's number 1 versus number 2. These kind of matchups become part of college football history. The entire landscape looking in on this game today. Will we get something special? Welcome to the banks of Lake Washington in beautiful Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Will kick this away to start us off. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They'll tackle him at the 27. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge, the biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be in that postseason at the end of the year.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
2nd down after that run in the previous play. Quarterback drops back. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. And now the handoff. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Well, the season just got a lot more intense. This could be fun. Premier 1 versus 2 matchup, Kirk, right here in the middle of the season.
Yeah, middle of the year to get 1 versus 2. This obviously is going to have a lot of implications as far as the playoff is concerned. But I'm just curious to see a big game like this. Do you ease your way in, or do you take a couple big swings to try to establish who could be the dominating team?
They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they could convert 3rd and short here from the 50. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Catch made down inside the 10. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry.
Oh, and he fumbles. The defense has got it.
Just a squandered opportunity to put points up on the board, and so deflating for this offense. I guess if there's one good thing, at least the opponent is pinned deep to begin their own drive.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. Poor starting field position here for the offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run, you can go to play action, you really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Washington getting set with a 1st and 10 now. The offense with some pre-snap motion. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
He tests the middle but gets stuffed. That run goes nowhere.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Play action fake, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Well, I don't mind the quarterback making this throw. He found the open receiver. Really would have loved to seen a little bit more effort by this wide receiver to get to that 1st down marker. Instead, we got a 4th down decision.
Fielded near the 20. When he's got some space here. You can see he's a dangerous return man. They finally grab him, but he sets the offense up in a pretty good field position. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They get into plus territory last time, but the drive ended on a fumble. They got to shake that off immediately. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. The shotgun running play call. He's got the 1st and still going. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
What a surprise. Notre Dame running the football for another 1st down. It seems like we've been saying that for decades and decades. The ability to run the football, not just the backs that stand out to me when you think about Notre Dame's history. It's especially true about the line of scrimmage and those big offensive linemen opening up those holes.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He flips it to the back across the middle. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch, but gets the 1st down in the process.
The Irish offense comes up here on 1st and goal. Now they call a run. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. The pocket breaking down. Pass caught. Can he get in? Fighting for the end zone, but doesn't get there. They'll spot the ball to 3.
Love to see the positive yards here. Down inside the 10-yard line, you're looking for anything to get closer to the goal line. Now it's going to set up 3rd and goal. Got to find a way to get this ball into the end zone.
They've gotten the ball down to the 3-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, that is just incredibly impressive by this defense. And they're looking down there. They're incredibly hyped up, and they should be. That's a great goal line stand, 3rd down, and you're able to come up with a tackle for a loss.
Oh, and he knocks it right through. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchdown. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a handoff. Breaks into the clear. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. But I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Here's the 2nd down play. Looking to throw here. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. For that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Tight end goes in motion. Now to play fake, he'll look to throw it. Comes up with the catch. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. So quick as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Nowhere to run. Out corralling for no gain.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed and ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. They're going to run it. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Play fake, looking to throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
The offense still on the field to go for it on 4th and 11. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They finally get him, but a big gain moves the ball to the 10.
Well, it's a blown opportunity here for this defense. They get the offense all the way to 4th down and long. They got to get pressure. They got to get this offense off the field, make them pay for this aggressive decision to go for it. And instead, They give up the first down. This could cost them.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And he's hit right as he throws it, incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Fourth down, look at the throw for it. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop, and they get the ball back.
They get him down, but he gets the ball across the 10-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the game will pick up the first down. Tackled at the 22.
Boy, when you can rip off a huge gain like that on a touch pass, it forces the defense to be more cognizant of the pre-snap motion to the edges. Now the pre-snap motion calls should keep that second-level defenders guessing.
Looking to throw now on first down. Receiver makes the catch. The completion makes it second and short. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
This offense trying to get going has put together a positive drive here in the second quarter. First down, looking to throw the ball. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
What a great job here by the safety to anticipate where the quarterback was going to go with the football. That gave him enough time to be able to get over and break on the football in time for the interception.
Quick pass, the catch is made. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Boy, a really good ball here by this quarterback to be able to pick up this first down. And this guy is living up to the legacy of what Washington quarterback play has been for a number of years, going way back to Warren Moon and Mark Brunell, and more recently with Jake Browning, and, of course, the last couple years with Michael Penix.
And the Huskies looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Thrown quickly, caught in the right slot. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. The right flat's open. The quarterback makes the right throw. Look at these yards.
And they finally bring him down at the 5. The offense really threatening now.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He escapes the pocket. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
Knocks that one right down the middle. The game is now tied.
The snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not a great field position to start the drive. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Taking a deep shot here to the right. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Chris, those deep shots, to me, the advantage is with the quarterback and the receiver because you know where the ball is. Great defensive backs' only chance is being able to locate the ball and be able to go up and knock it away. Really impressed with his ability to find the football, which allowed him to be able to eventually make the play.
Offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Ball handed off. Picks up the force, looking for more. Defense makes the recovery, a turnover.
Well, it looked like they might have picked up the first down, but this defense not giving up on that play, jars the ball loose from that running back and picks up a nice turnover.
Wildcat formation, an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. Direct snap. Look out, room to run here. They get him down, but not before an explosive run play on this Wildcat look. It's a first down.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
And it's a direct snap. The Wildcat look doesn't get much that time. Just a few on the play. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Motion now from the tight end. They look to throw it here on second down. The receiver grabs it. Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now. The defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. So here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. They'll try to run for the first down. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. And it's good right down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he fields it inside the 15. And they bring him down to the 32 after a solid return. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Handoff here from the shotgun. First down, looking for more now. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Notre Dame. A tough run all the way to the end zone. What determination.
But it was just a matter of time till this guy found a seam and took it to the house. Unbelievable job by the offensive lineman, allowing him to get to that second and third level. And with his kind of speed, no chance of bringing him down.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The PAT is good, so it's 10-6. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Play of the drive now from the 25. First down. They're going to throw the football. Catch made on the right side. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 49. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation.
Swarm for the pass rush, a sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
A sack sets up second down. Running out of time in the pocket. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Important third down play coming up. Out of the gun now on third down. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Washington getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He'll throw it now. Checks this down to the running back. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Gets out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Oh, they spot a holding call. That'll back them up 10 yards, and they'll try it again. So on 1st down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
Yes, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the Washington offense retakes the field here. The passing game was effective in the first half. Let's see if they continue to lean on that as they try to make up the deficit here. That is incomplete, but there's a flag down. Did the receiver push off? So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Makes a quick grab. To make the stop, not before a solid gain that time. The offense continuing to build momentum. It's 1st and 10. And here's the handoff. And the Salk were able to bring him down quickly.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And is intercepted. He's bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. Offense operating from the pistol. Ball handed off. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
Notre Dame lining up now for a 1st and goal. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. QB keeper all the way. The ball is out right near the goal line. The ball rolls out of bounds. They'll keep possession, but it's short of a 1st down.
Boy, the offense has to feel incredibly fortunate that they are able to retain possession. Ball's on the ground. It ends up going out of bounds to give them another play and another opportunity in a game right now that they're trailing. They're looking for at very least a field goal and still can hope for a touchdown.
They stop him behind the line. That's going to set up 4th down and short.
Man, I'm just shocked that they ran the football here on 3rd and goal. They must have seen something based on their film study that said if they give us this look, down close by the goal line. We got to run it. Man, bad call, backfires, and now they get a tough decision here on 4th down.
He knocks it through with confidence. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Going backwards to open up this series, 2nd down and 16 now. And the quarterback finds an open target on the crossing route. Tackle made after a big gain. So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, the defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
2nd down after the incompletion. Good throw by the quarterback off the RPO. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. The receiver makes the catch. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Quick throw, the catch is made. Tackle made, but the game moves the ball to 30.
Great conversion here for this Washington offense and another 1st down. And I'll tell you, this guy's living up to the expectations of a Washington quarterback. They've had some great play out of that position over the years.
Washington getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's caught. Finding space at the 20. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
Looking to throw yet again. Moves out of the pocket. He just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on 1st down.
Yeah, I think that's a smart play. Goal to go is tricky when you're trying to throw it in there. And if it's not there, throw it away and live for the next down.
So getting nothing on 1st down makes it 2nd and goal from the 8. Trying for the end zone, wanting it right up the gut. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now. They've moved it to the 3. Now it's 3rd and goal. QB to the tight end for a completion. Touchdown, Washington. And that will give them the lead now.
Boy, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. It pays off in a big way here, right? Because the defense is thinking about they're going to run the football. They load up and opens him up for an easy touchdown.
The PAT puts him up 3. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he steps out to the 29. That's where they'll begin the drive. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot. So it's sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. They'll ride the back again here. Stops short of the marker after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Looking deep downfield to the left. The pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that 3rd down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a 1st down, and they move the sticks instead. We've now got 4th down.
It's a fake. Looking to throw. He's looking deep again. It falls incomplete, and the attempted fake fails. And the gamble doesn't work. Maybe they should have gone for it on 4th down, let the quarterback throw. And the Washington offense heads back out onto the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Looking for a receiver deep middle. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
So the offense begins this drive backed up at the 4-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. We get him down. The gain is to about the 12.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Off with RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Looks like Notre Dame will have the 1st down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the block.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Great grab on the sideline. He does get the foot down before going out of bounds. So a Tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Grabbed by the receiver. Muscles past the defender. They make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the third quarter. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to win a first down play. They open the fourth by going to the air. Short connection to the tight end here. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Makes the throw across the middle of the field. He's got it in the open. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He's past the marker and still going. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Tackle made after just a short gain. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. An inside give now from the shotgun. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And now a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. It's first and goal. And the quarterback's going to sneak it.
No, I don't blame him. Go with the quarterback sneak here to try to pick up just enough yards for the first down. But hey, man, give credit to that defense. They did not budge at all. They kept him short of the first down. It's a second and goal play for the offense.
Someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. All right, second down and goal now for this offense. And the wideout goes in motion. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Touchdown, Irish. They jump on top now here in the fourth.
You just love to see this when the game is on the line. This offensive line does a great job of executing up front, giving this back just enough room to be able to get into the end zone and give them the lead.
PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. The first down is still going. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. Well, the big fellas, Kirk, flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain in the first down. Chris, the advantage you have, obviously, from a quarterback standpoint, running the RPO, is you get time to evaluate that first and second level of the defense and see where they're going. Unfortunately, the defense didn't show him much, and the back ends up taking it for just a few.
Getting set. Here's second down. Receiver in motion now. Throwing off play action. Caught by the receiver. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it on the move. Off target with the throw, incomplete.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. Looking for a receiver. Throws to the tight end. What a catch! Tackled immediately, but it's a big chunk play. Gained to the 35-yard line.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
They'll run the option. He'll hand it off. And they've got him in the backfield. It's a 4-yard loss.
Well, when they called that one in, I doubt they thought it was going to go backwards like it did. Normally, you can get a few out of these option plays, but they got nothing here.
Trying to keep this impressive drive going, but the loss makes it 2nd down and 14 here. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
And that's just a great job by this defense of affecting the rhythm of this offense. These guys are in go mode here in the 4th quarter, trying to come back to win this game, and the defense is meeting the challenge so far.
Important play right here. Close game, 4th quarter, 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's running out of time here. Hit just as he throws the ball. That's enough to move the sticks. First down now from the 23.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the 4th quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
The shotgun handoff here. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Boy, it looked like the quarterback was caught in between. Should I hand it off? Should I pull it and make the throw? Ends up getting some positive yards, but I think they missed a chance for a bigger gain.
Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a 3rd and long from the 20-yard line. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks left and finds his target there. After second effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker.
Well, trailing in the game like this, the offense really needed this conversion, and they got it. Let's see if they can build on some momentum after that.
Washington getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Dump off, caught by the running back. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Huskies. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, what an unbelievable job by this offense, Chris. They put themselves in a position to put a touchdown on the board. They take the lead. And now we'll see if their own defense can hold on to that lead in these last couple minutes of the game.
Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. And he finally steps out, but not before an excellent return to set up the offense. And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Catch made on the out route. And he's going to run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Wanted no part of contact on that play.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. And you finally go down, but it's a 1st down and much more. Great gain on the play.
Boy, they got the matchup that they wanted here, Chris, with this quarterback having enough time. Good job by the offensive line. He puts it right on the money. Huge gain. You look at the clock and you look at the score. This is an opportunity here to work some clock and potentially get the go-ahead score late. You don't want to give that opposing quarterback too much time to work with.
So this offense is threatening now. Ball inside the 40 after that explosive play. Handoff to the back. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Second down, looking to throw it. Finds an open target on the left side. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touch.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. On 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. They finally make the stop, but a huge gain sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, really good run by this running back. The defense fortunate to be able to bring him down inside the 10-yard line, but it's 1st and goal for the offense.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. We've seen you able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, that's positive yards on 1st and goal, which is obviously good. But now at this point in the game, critical series. They've got to find a way to get the ball in the end zone.
The crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Ball carrier brought down at the 4 He's in great scoring position here.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
Third and goal, looking to throw the ball. He's got it near the end zone. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. On third and goal, they'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And jump on top now here in the fourth.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Pass not complete.
At this point in the game, obvious situations, you're going to throw the football. I like the call by the defensive coordinator. Went with dime. 6 defensive backs, get them as much speed on the field as you can. May have confused the quarterback there a little bit and led to that incompletion.
Looking right, this one caught. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking for a late deep shot. And that's it. The game will end on one last incompletion. So what an entertaining battle here today, but in the end,